That should be it.
I want to be.
All right. Hello. Welcome. We are live on a Monday night, our Monday Night Live edition of Unnecessary Roughness, brought to you by Twisted Tea, hard iced tea. Nothing goes better with college football than a nice original or raspberry or peach Twisted Tea. In Big Ev's hand right now, and the man's never happier than he is right now with a Twisted Tea. There's one from T-Bob. Oh, you know what? I'll join the fun. How about that? A little Twisted Tea for you, for the boys. Nothing goes better, once again, with any fall afternoon activity like Twisted Tea. Well, thank you for sponsoring the podcast, Twisted Tea. So tonight is boys' night on Unnecessary Roughness. Kayce Smith won't be with us. Just the boys, which means we can talk about our penises and our balls and our cocks, you know, things that boys like to talk about, right, T-Bob?
Little redundant there, Brandon. What's the difference between penises and cocks?
I guess we do talk about penises a lot. Anyway, it is College Football Monday. Nobody got fired this weekend, so we don't have that to talk about, right?
No, no one, not in college.
Right?
No.
Right?
Congrats to you, though, Big Ev.
Oh, Brian Dable get fired. He likes
Not
Brian
really.
Dable, though, I think.
But not really, because Joe Shane got kept, who I actually think is worse than Brian Dable.
So that's what I was going to ask. So they're
I
keeping
was
Shane
excited for about 11 minutes. And then I realized Shane was picking the next coach, and I realized I'm doomed again. But this is
crazy.
College show. I'll save my tears for an NFL show.
11 minutes is about how long I've been excited in football season this year as well. So, so we have college football, and what I did was I wanted to lean on the audience tonight. I put two questions out on Unnecessary Roughness Twitter, and I think eventually Luke Blutman will realize I still have the password to Unnecessary Roughness, and I can tweet whatever I want, but hopefully nobody ever figures that out. So I put some questions out there. He put a question out there, and we have the chat live right now. So I see Trent Carden over there and Christian Puente and Charles something, CPM 4778. I see you boys over there in chat. So if you guys want to start with questions for the boys tonight, we will do it.
Charles Schwab over
I
here,
put out,
5582.
What'd you say, Blutman?
Charles Schwab over here, 5582.
I definitely feel like that was a correction that needed to be made.
It's important chatter. Every chatter is important.
That was certainly a correction that was worth stopping me for.
Thank you, bloody. Me. Like, what do you want? For me to be itched for the next hour? No.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, Brandon.
Amen.
I put this question out there. Which current top team will have the worst ending to the regular season? Because it feels like we've had a relatively clean November so far, but it'll definitely get nastier and messier for these teams. Right now, your current top 10 is Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, Oregon, 8 Texas Tech, 9 Notre Dame, and 10 Texas. So, Big Up, before I open it up to the crowd for that question, I see T-Bob thinking about it too. There's your question right there. Big Ev, when I ask that question, is there a team that pops to your mind?
You know, there's not one that stands out specifically, because when I look down the board, like, I think Ohio State and Indiana should both be in the Big Ten title game. I think A&M will be in the SEC title game. It's whether Bama, or I guess Bama's got the edge over Georgia because they beat them head up. Maybe Georgia. I think Texas is an interesting game this week, interesting matchup for them. Oregon, it's just tough because like I believe less and less in Washington by the minute. Texas Tech, I don't see really losing, at least in the regular season, the rest of the regular season. Notre Dame's got a tricky one this week. I guess I'll say Texas, but I feel like that's the easy. Kind of rational answer because they're dogs this weekend, and if they lose, they put them. And they also have to play A&M last week of the year, so that's going to be 2 games they're underdogs in, 2 probable losses. So I feel like Texas is the kind of the cop-out answer, but I also feel like it's just the rational answer.
I just put this question out because it is interesting. Ohio State, and Indiana, neither one's going to lose more than once, even if they and saying either would lose is a stretch in itself. I look down the line there. Like Georgia's got some tricky stuff left on the bone here. They've got the Texas game, and then they got Georgia Tech. And they got a Georgia Tech team that could have beat them last year. But the one that stands out to me, and the fans are going to freak out because I thought they would get beat at Iowa. But Oregon has like a sneaky, decent Minnesota team who's 6-3. They got Washington, who's got to be embarrassed right now. They got to be like they got to be rock bottom right now, and hopefully they can put it back together. And I know you've already made judgment on Jed Fish Blutman, so I saw your face. And they also have USC. So, like, of all the teams, I'd say Georgia still has a lot to do here. Oregon still has a lot to do here. And then I don't think that Alabama trip to Auburn is going to be pleasant either.
I mean, I'll say for Oregon, that USC game I think is going to be a very tough game because USC I think is shown to be a little more physical than we probably gave them credit for. At least I did early in the season. Michigan win was good. Even the Northwestern win, the scoreboard doesn't fully indicate the kind of game that was, but still able to win a physical game, win a game against Northwestern, a relatively physical team.
I mean, the only thing that works out,
go in there, give them a run.
The only thing that works out for Oregon great here is the fact that both those games are at home in Minnesota and USC. And I think they can handle Iowa on the road. I do think they can handle Washington on the road. It's interesting, Brandon, when you asked this question, I almost thought about it from like a nightmare scenario standpoint. Yeah. Like what would be some of the worst outcomes? And let's say Ole Miss loses to Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl, or A&M loses to Texas in Austin, which is going to be a very tough game. But I guess and I'm sorry, I'm just talking about this out loud, so I'm thinking about this on the fly. They would both still make the playoffs, right? We would assume in those hypotheticals. Well,
I think Texas A&M, they have the leeway of they could absorb a loss if they're 11-0 heading into that game. They finish 11-1, they're fine. Like they're still comfortable in the playoff. Ole Miss losing to Mississippi State, while not likely, would be interesting because going to be a crowded field for that SEC playoff, those SEC playoff spots, right? You look at all the teams that are up there right now. Like Vanderbilt hasn't gone away, Oklahoma hasn't gone away. There's still some teams hanging around right there that if Ole Miss were to, of course they'd be okay against Oklahoma because they beat them. If Ole Miss were to lose to Mississippi State, it gets a little slippery for them. It wouldn't get slippery to me for A&M. Blutman, your thoughts?
But would that? Oh,
I thought
my bad. Am I disappeared? Can you hear me?
I don't know where you are.
Okay. But
there we are.
I guess after last year, Ev, you lived it. So if you win the championship, nothing matters. But that could take what has been one of the greatest A&M seasons and potentially make it feel really bad. On the flip side, they go beat Texas. It feels unbelievable. Alabama, yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Alabama playing host Oklahoma this weekend, that could go awry potentially. This is an Alabama team that doesn't run the ball well, and they're not really beating people to sleep. But Ty Simpson's very good, especially in pressure situations. But are you going to continue to ask him to make those high leverage plays super consistently? I think they will. Can he do it? Are you going to go into a resurgent Auburn that now looks like they've maybe been able to unlock some of that talent? There's some sketchy road to hoe for Alabama here. And I would personally love that because I am getting crow shoved down my throat daily for our week 1 Alabama rant, which everybody's been in my mentions about after they kicked LSU's ass on Saturday.
By the way, I still stand by that rant. I will always stand by that rant. At that time, Kalen DeBoer had lost 5 of his first 17 or 18 games at Alabama. So I'll stand by it. You can bail out on yours, but fuck them. Blutman, when I asked that question, the original question with all the top 10, what stood out to you?
How difficult of a few things stood out. One, I saw that tweet whenever it was out and was extremely confused why Lukey used such poor grammar. So I was kind of taken aback by that. Now I come to learn it was you, Brandon. I apologize.
Wait, but Brandon's a real writer.
I know.
Hold on. Time out. I
don't know if you want this fight, Liam.
Shut the fuck up. I want you to read that right now, and you tell me where the bad grammar is.
Well, it's more
no. You tell me where the bad grammar is.
Bama's lowercase.
I hate that Bama's in lowercase. I hate that there's no periods or parentheses after the numbers. That really irks me.
So let's say bad formatting. Bad formatting, not grammar.
Not formatting, grammar, whatever. We're a college football show. This is a college football show. I didn't graduate from college. Is it a surprise to you that I don't know what grammar and formatting
differences are? No. Let me tell you something before you go any further. Don't you ever go after my grammar again,
The
boy.
thing is,
Well,
Liam,
it was at first.
you're attacking a multi-decade writer and editor. Grammar is
An
grammar.
award-winning sports
Yes,
writer, sir.
yes. Like
Sorry,
I'm a
grammar
former writer
spills out of Brandon's balls when he wakes up in the morning. He pisses adverbs and I don't remember shit about grammar.
Past participles.
Yes, participle. What is it? Participle phrases. What is it? Prepositional
Past
phrases.
participles.
Past participles and prepositional phrases. You ever seen conjunction junction, Liam? Brandon wrote that.
It ain't even
All
my
right.
function. But
See,
like,
the
yeah,
junction
Brand's a
was-
really good writer. I'm a part-time writer. The way that I came about answering this question, I wasn't puzzled or quizzical on my face because you brought up Jed Fish. I was trying to figure out how to answer this question.
Yeah.
And then T-Bob stole it with the Alabama line, which I don't believe. But that, if I'm looking at nightmare scenario and what the worst thing would be, it would be Alabama humming post Florida State game and then randomly collapsing with losses to Oklahoma and Auburn to end their season would be bizarre. From it hasn't been a well-oiled machine, but like I said, they've been humming, they've been in good rhythm, they've been diabolically good on key downs on both sides of the ball. Simpson's been a killer. I'd be shocked if it's Alabama that collapses, because I don't know how to answer this question, Brandon, because I could see A&M dropping it to Texas, but obviously could see Texas dropping it to Georgia and A&M too. I don't know where to go. I could see Ole Miss losing to Mississippi State. Mississippi State's been in every single game they've played. Can they pull that one out, salvage the season, go bowling? Like, Texas Tech plays nobody. There's no point in talking about Notre Dame, no point in talking about Oregon's the obvious one to go about, but like, I think Georgia's fine. Ohio State, Indiana are fine. Like, I don't think there's much to pick from here is the issue.
I think Notre Dame's trip to Pitt is not exactly a done deal. I think Notre Dame is a team who could they have 2 losses already. 1 loss sinks them. They're done. I almost think, well, they're probably okay, but even a bad showing in a win would damage them a little bit. But Alabama's a great point. Alabama, they're probably fine. Alabama has the loss already. Oklahoma's not a great matchup for them. Like, there's been some teams lately that have given them fits. LSU's defense gave them fits. Oklahoma's defense is better than LSU.
And LSU's defense is not very good. Like, they're better than they've been, but they're still like very average.
What are you trying? What was that, Big F?
That was I know we talk about key football numbers. Maybe one of us 4 locked in Oklahoma +7 this morning.
Oh, okay, dude.
Locked it up Monday morning bet for Saturday. I saw 7 available. I jumped on it. I don't know how long it'll last. I don't know if it's still out. But yeah, I just knew getting a full touchdown, because I thought about a lot of those things. I think Oklahoma's a much better team than LSU. Not that, I haven't been the biggest Oklahoma guy all year. That's well documented. But I think they're much better than LSU. And I think they're much better than South Carolina. And both those teams just gave Bama a run. I don't see why Oklahoma can't give them a run either. Well,
and Ev, where would you say, what app did you play that on? What app were you using to place that bet on?
Oh, that'd be the DraftKings Sportsbook.
Oh, that's right. The DraftKings Sportsbook app, where one play can change a season. One upset can silence a stadium. With every snap, the stakes get higher, and no one brings you closer to the action. The DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting. And look, we're talking live in-game betting to rivalry week odds boost, so much more. DraftKings Sportsbook keeps you in the game from kickoff to the final whistle. Whether you're riding with your favorite team or making moves as the momentum shifts, the game is always in your hands with the DraftKings Sportsbook. And guys, we got a great deal for new customers. This one is for you. You bet just $5. If your bet wins, you get paid out $300 in bonus bets instantly. $5, your bet wins, $300 in bonus bets instantly. So own every Saturday with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code ROUGH. That's ROUGH. That's code ROUGH to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Look, guys, if you're not playing DraftKings, it's always great stuff going on. Remember the Barstool game of the week for NFL Sunday every week as well, where if you do your same game parlay with hashtag Barstool GOTW and you tweet that, you could be one of 5 people selected for $1,000 bonus bet. And they got Ev's plays up there. They got everything up there. You want to tail Jerry? See if you can hit one of those big boys. DraftKings Sportsbook app, promo code rough.
You might have to read that whole thing again. Lukey, what do we need to do for you, man?
I got to reset this real quick. This is a disaster. I just got to remove all you guys and put you guys back up. It'll be real quick.
Okay, go ahead. All right, here I am. I'm back. Okay, the boys are back. All right, we'll go back and read that again in a little bit. Did you guys see? I got to ask you this question real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see what Pat Narduzzi said today?
Yeah, that's why I was going to bring up.
Question. Okay, this was a question to Pat Narduzzi. Do you feel like the Notre Dame game is a must-win? Pat Narduzzi says, absolutely not. It is not an ACC game. I'd gladly get beat 103 or 110 to 10. They could put 100 up on us as long as we win the next two after that.
Too honest, Pat. Too honest, dude. When keeping it real goes wrong. I kind of like it.
That's a great one. Keeping it real goes wrong.
That is like it.
Well,
I hate that.
No, I know.
That might be the worst answer I've ever heard from a coach.
I guess I just mean it's a shocking amount of honesty. Like that is coach speak 101 where you're supposed to just lie there, right? And say, no, it absolutely matters. Every game matters. We're focused on just this week. Narduzzi said, fuck this week. All I care about is the next two. I'm trying to win the ACC.
I mean, you're a former player. What are you doing when your coach says that as a former player, not as a podcast boy?
I don't know, dude. I think you're probably talking about in the locker room, like, what the fuck? Now, maybe he's doing like a Lou Holtz thing or something, and he's like behind closed doors, like, hey, fuck these motherfuckers, dude. Don't listen to me. That's shockingly honest and funny to me, though.
In a world full, maybe he was being sarcastic. I'd have to listen to it, but in a world full of AI duping and ball sacking, how is this real?
Yeah, this one
genuinely, how is this real? And like Brian, you said Notre Dame, like I said, Notre Dame's fine. You kind of said, the Pitt game. You have Narduzzi saying that. Notre Dame's a 11.5, 12-point favorite on DraftKings already. Like,
he's not sarcastic, by the way.
It is not an ACC game. I'm glad you brought that up.
Not being sarcastic at all.
No, at the end, he goes, with that said, we're focused on Notre Dame.
Not being sarcastic at all. Just he kind of sucks, right?
He's kind of good though.
Pitt fans have wanted him out for a little while, and then of course he kind of backdoors his way into a top 20, 30, 35 season with Heinkel stealing the show and kind of saving his job. Maybe he was low-key on the hot seat.
But is that not like good for Pitt? I mean, Pitt's in the thick of things, final 3 weeks of the season with a chance to have the ACC crown and maybe go to the playoff. Like, I feel like that's like Pitt's ceiling. Maybe I'm disrespecting Pitt. I don't want to be like condescending and head patting, but am I wrong? Is this a like be careful what you wish for situation if you want Narduzzi out of there?
Big F can't get over it.
Maybe I'm a sucker for like a rah guy. Like that's the opposite. That's the like, how do you get up for that game if you play for this guy? He literally just said on front of the world, who gives a fuck what happens in this game? Yeah. I'm like, I can't even fathom like a guy that I'm on one knee, like looking to as in like this guy that's supposed to lead me into the field of battle. And he's like, yeah, like if we lose this one by 100, who gives a shit, guys? We always got next week. Like, what are we talking about?
It was crazy. It's a weird.
I mean,
yeah.
To me, this is a win for Pitt. That like maybe if you win this game, like all of a sudden, like isn't at large on the table? I don't know. Maybe that's still a long shot, but I think if you win this game, I think now it's like maybe you could win the next two, go to the ACC title game, and lose a close one, and maybe you still get in the playoff. I don't know, depending on how things shake out. Is that unlikely? Of course it is, but I just think that going with that mindset, my brain is in a pretzel right now. I'm just like, how does a leader of young men say that? That's crazy.
You gotta think Manny Diaz said the same thing to his Duke team before they went and lost to UConn.
You got to think that. Yeah. You almost have to. College football season is back, which means tailgates, cheering crowds, and the excitement of being in the stands before kickoff, and that's all back too. Ever find yourself at a tailgate and decide to grab tickets last minute? That's where Game Time comes in. The Game Time app gives the advantage back to fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. There's tickets to Notre Dame Pitt. I guarantee you there's an amazing Game Time deal for great seats for as cheap as you can get them at Game Time. So go check that out. Take the guesswork out of buying college football tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code RUFF for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code RUFF for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. T-Bob, why don't you go ahead and knock out that DraftKings ad while we're here? T-Bob.
Yo, can you hear me? My stuff
T-Bob.
froze for a second. Can you hear me?
DraftKings, you're never getting your money tonight. There's nothing you can do to make us read a DraftKings ad. We'll get there. I promise you we'll get there in a minute as T-Bob comes back to us. Anyway, I had more. T-Bob, keep working. Keep working, buddy. So Boys Night has lost a boy. We're down a boy. Max Summers had a question on our Twitter. Why do you all think Ohio State is miles ahead of every team when they struggle to run the ball, they struggle to stop the run, and the offense is extremely big play based? That doesn't seem like a blueprint of success against Michigan to me. Before I let Big Ev have this one, I looked up the stats to see, just stats. I mean, that's all they are. They're stats. So can Ohio State run the ball? They are currently 69th in the country in rushing offense. They are 5th in the country in rushing defense. They have allowed the least amount of rushing touchdowns. They've allowed 3 rushing touchdowns this season. They have allowed 2.46 yards a carry. They are as elite gets stopping the run. Can they run the ball offensively? Not nearly as well as Ohio State has in the past. And then he says the last one is, and their offense is extremely big play based. I fail to see how an offense being very good at big plays is a negative. But Big Ev, I'll repeat the question one last time. Why do you all think Ohio State is miles ahead of every team when they struggle to run the ball, struggle to stop the run, and offense is extremely big play based? That doesn't seem like a blueprint of success against Michigan to me. Continue.
Yeah, I mean, he was 1 for 3 there. Like the only thing I would give any credence to is us running the ball, which I've said numerous times on the show. I'd say that's like if we have a flaw, that's it. But yeah, I mean, I didn't need to hear the stat. I was like saying that people can run the ball on us was. I mean, I laughed. I chuckled to myself. That's just like your Summers. Respectfully, that was the dumbest thing you could ever said. Where no one runs the ball on us ever, like Brandon said, and big play base. I mean. Yeah, I mean, sorry that we're so much better than everyone. We score from farther out, but I mean, we we put together a ton of methodical drives. But I mean, I'm sorry that we have 2 first-round receivers and an elite NFL tight end, and and like an NFL quarterback. I think the short of it, the reason I think we're so much better than everyone is 1, the defense, and 2, the quarterback, and the receivers, I guess. But really, that's what it is. It's our defense is that elite in all 3 levels, and we have the best quarterback and the best weapons. Boom. And I think we have the best head coach right now. I really do.
True. Ohio State's giving up 7 points a game right now. Indiana is second at 12-1. Texas Tech is third at 12-6. Then you have San Diego State, nice, at 13-1. But like they're nearly performing at double the rate of the second place team defensively. I haven't seen a 7-point like a 7-point scoring defense since. That's like Nick Saban 2009 through 2011 Alabama type of numbers.
I think maybe Georgia a couple years ago. Georgia 22, maybe.
Let me check. I can check. Let's see here.
I think Georgia 22 was close.
Like we've let 2 teams score double digits on us, and both were garbage time like touchdowns. And one was Purdue scored it to get 10 from 3 with like 2 minutes left to backdoor. They got 10 on us, and then Illinois got 16 on us.
So Brandon, Georgia 22, but Georgia 21 was 10 points a game. Now that's
21,
all 15.
21.
That's all 15 games. So,
I was
Ohio
playing
State
Alabama
covered,
twice.
yes.
Alabama scored
Yeah.
38 in the SEC title game.
Yeah. Jeez, that's crazy though, man. Ohio State is fucking beating ass defensively right now.
T-Bob, I got a question. This is a question I'm going to let you field first.
Okay.
It's from Richie Moeller. Richie Moeller says, when will CJ Carr get recognition as a top 5 quarterback in the country?
Gonna
be a while.
I mean, I think he can definitely get there. Is he a top
Maybe
5 quarterback right now? Yeah, I don't know if I can give. Let's see. Let's do a little. I mean,
He's pretty good. He's good.
You look up, dude. He's the 3rd highest rated quarterback in the country right now, for whatever that's worth. I know that's not the end all be all. He's got 10 yards per attempt, which means he's pushing the ball downfield. As a freshman, that's pretty incredible. He's completing 67.5% of his passes, 19 touchdowns, 4 picks. Like, I guess I haven't really watched much of Carr in a while because Notre Dame's just kind of been in boring games they've been rolling through. So he's been very friendly environments to put up these numbers. And I think I would still take some other guys behind him because what I've seen them do in really tough situations, right? Like Pavia's behind him. I would take Pavia with the game on the line. Dante Moore's behind him. But yeah, I mean, he's closer to top 5 than I thought he was when you asked the question. I don't know if I'll give it to him this year, depending on how it finishes. But certainly by the end of his career, CJ Carr will be a top 5, if not the best quarterback in the entire country.
I think he'll walk into next season one of the favorites for the Heisman Trophy. He'll walk into next season a top 5 quarterback. But as of right now, Mendoza's ahead of him. Julian Sayen's ahead of him. Ty Simpson's ahead of him. I think Gunnar Stockton's probably ahead of him. And I'm probably missing somebody. Like I don't know if he's a top 5 quarterback right now. Blutman?
I think he's sorry. Go ahead, Blutman.
No, go ahead.
I would say I think he's like top 10. He
is top 10.
I think he's close-ish. I think he's knocking on the doorstep, but I don't think he's quite like I think he's right on the outside.
I don't think he's top 5, but I think it's a major indictment on the quarterback scene that there's reason to believe he could be top 5 and that you could make the argument for it. There's a clear top 3, and then after Sayen, who people forget is completing 81% of his passes, doesn't miss anything, makes a right read, blah, 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 blah. After Sayen, after Mendoza, after Simpson, Simpson, pretty interchangeable in my opinion, just your own personal preference. Like 4-5's wide open. So if you want to put Carr in there, I get, but it's a major indictment on the scene. The scene.
I mean, let me throw some names at. Let me throw some names at you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So let's say we're putting Sayen, Mendoza, Ty Simpson, and who's the other one?
I think that's top 3, and then there's a gap.
That's the top 3? Okay. Well, what about Marcel Reed against CJ Carr?
Yeah, Reed I'd probably have to take Reed.
I think I would take Reed now because, again, I think Carr's been in friendlier games as of late. Now, if Carr were to like replay a Miami today or an A&M, maybe he'd be even better. So this might be an unfair assessment of him. But like, I would lean on the experience of Marcel Reed being in year 2 here.
What about college football player, not NFL quarterback or anything? What about Haynes King versus CJ Carr?
Yeah, I mean, if you're putting Pavia in your top 5, then Haynes should also probably be right there with him. Like, if you're basing it off that. And again, I think there's no denying that Carr will be one of the 3-4 best quarterbacks next year.
It's not a slight to Carr. I mean, do we put Fagnano in there?
No.
25 touch, no picks, baby.
Are we putting Drew Messmaker in there? Are we putting Walker Egid in there who gets benched every 3 weeks?
When I initially saw the question, I thought that's a dumb fucking question. And when we talked it out, it's a pretty good question. It's really a good question. I mean,
how far down the list before you get to a guy like Byron Brown?
He's really good.
Like I don't think you get that far. Like I don't think he's in the top 5. But I mean,
all right, let's workshop this, boys. Let's workshop this. Okay, hold on.
I don't think you get that far. And I think it's part of what Liam said is like there's not a bunch of guys out there just spinning it around the yard in like the elite teams.
I can't wait to watch Byram in the NFL as a tight end too, though.
If we're talking top 10 quarterbacks this season, Julian Sayen, Ty Simpson, Fernando Mendoza, 3 auto bids. Marcel Reed is in there. Say CJ Carr is up for this discussion. That's 5. Diego Pavia, Haynes King, I'm at 7. You want to throw Byron Brown in that discussion? All right, now let's think about around the country. What am I missing?
Honestly,
Healthy Baron Morton, maybe.
There's a lot of smaller school, or not smaller school, but there's a lot of like even great quarterbacking going on. Chambliss been fantastic.
Guy that completely reclaimed his college football stock. Noah Fafita's putting together one heck of a season out.
Yeah, he's playing well.
I mean, Jaden Mayava's been really good.
Dante Moore, I haven't said
Dante
it.
Moore's great
in there.
Yeah, Moore for sure.
Altmaier's secretly having a good season. I know the wins haven't come, but like he's playing really well. Mensa's putting up crazy stats at Duke. Mensa is kicking ass right now. Leads the country.
I want to say I'm refraining from doing so.
Ethan Kaliak-Manis. Have y'all seen his stats?
The Greek rifle? Hold up now. I ain't thought about the Greek rifle in a minute.
Rutgers.
They are
17 touch, 7 picks. Okay.
They are terrible. Is that what it is? I thought it was more than that. But his yard, he got a lot of yard.
They got to get running. Rainbow.
I didn't say. Gunnar Stockton. Gunnar Stockton belongs.
Gunnar Stockton.
Yeah.
Gunnar Stockton's weird because that's the classic intangible pick. You know, like his stats aren't as overwhelming as the other guys, but like if we were doing top 5 quarterbacks you want in a clutch situation, he'd have to be top 3, right?
Yep. Now, chat, what I need you to do is get it going with the questions and the discussion points, and we're going to come to you in just a second after I tell you about Experian. We talk depth charts, power rankings, and playbooks all day, but who's got a playbook for your finances? That is where Experian steps in, your big financial friend. Your BFF helps you find ways to save money, track your FICO score, monitor your credit, and even matches you with credit cards that fit your game plan. And here is the clutch move. Some of those cards are labeled no ding decline. That means if you're not approved, your credit score stays safe. It's like having a financial coordinator in your corner minus the headset. Take control of your wallet. Apply with confidence with Experian. Download the Experian app and meet your big financial friend today. And by the way, if you ever want to buy a house, a really nice car, take care of that credit score, take care of those finances, you need to be monitoring this stuff and paying attention to this stuff. It's very, very important. Applying for no ding decline cards won't hurt your credit score if you aren't initially approved. Initial approval will result in a hard inquiry, which may impact your credit scores. Download the Experian app. Meet your big financial friend today. All right, let's see if the chat has me a good question. How many teams can actually win the playoffs this year? How many teams can actually win the playoffs? All right, let's work through this. Raise your hand if it's a yes. Put your thumbs down if it's a no. That's very good podcasting. I'll have to anyway.
Let's ask for a yay or a nay, maybe. Maybe something verbal.
Okay, so Ohio State, yes.
Yes, all across the board. Consensus, obviously.
Liam, focus. Lukey, don't do that.
That was crazy.
That was not me. That was not me. Don't throw me under the bus.
That
Liam,
was me.
take
You
the
know
butt.
that was
Liam,
crazy.
take the bullet.
Thank you for
Okay,
a 999 though.
All right, everybody stop.
Sorry,
we don't need your money. Okay. Send us your money. Anyway, Ohio State.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indiana.
Yeah, absolutely. Full yes. I think it's crazy if you don't think Indiana's capable of winning the championship now. There's nothing else they could do. I mean, they played the same.
They could not struggle against Penn State and Iowa.
I don't care about struggling against Penn State and Iowa. They won the games. You look at the stats, they're first or second in everything in the Big Ten still. They're first in the country in scoring.
Big Ev, neither one of you have made a noise yet.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Cute.
Big Ev?
Sure.
I
mean, like, I don't really believe it, to be honest, but like, sure.
I don't either. But
I'm getting kind of tired of it because I just sound like an asshole. And then this is what's gonna happen. Ohio State's gonna win national title. Me and Liam, I've been saying it all year long. And then when they do it, everyone's gonna be like, "Well, obviously you were gonna win the national title." I think no, I told you all year. You fight it every fucking week. Then I spanked all of you, SEC, Big 12, Big 10, ACC, all of you. Then at the end, they're going to say, "Oh, well, of course you guys won. You're the best team. You have the best players, blah, blah, blah." I'm going to be like, "Well, I fucking told you this in September. I told you in August. I told you in October, November, and you fucking wanted to play fucking fiddle dick about it. You can see all these fucking names. Go ahead, say Indiana, say Bama, say Georgia. I'll say yes. I'll say yes. I'll say sure out of respect. But I don't really believe that they're going to beat us, because that
But-
the national championship, you have to beat us, and no one's going to beat us. But
T-Bob,
sure, yes, they can
I
do it.
know. I feel like I should say yes to number 2 Indiana, who went to Oregon and won, but I don't think I'm there yet.
I don't know what else they could do. Because again, I don't care. I mean, I'm going through every stat right now. They lead in sacks. They lead in tiffles. They're first or second in all scoring offense, scoring defense. Third down percentage at first. Turnover margin, they're first. I don't know what else they could do. Highest scoring offense in the entire country. If I get they don't have the raw talent or superstars that Ohio State does in terms of their biggest names. But again, in a playoff setting, you have to beat them on that day. If Indiana Ohio State played 10 times, Ohio State's not winning all 10 times. So there could be that 30% day where Indiana takes one from them.
Some of those stats to me are cosmetic. Like they lead in scoring in the country because when they get a team they know they're better than, they are comfortable and willing to score 60 points on them. And Ohio State just doesn't.
Yeah, again,
But sacks and
I feel
That's
like I
not
say it
cosmetic.
every single week. If Ohio State wanted to score 60 a week, they could. They're opting not to.
All right, let's not get back into Ohio State and Indiana.
Well-
we got to keep going with these teams.
Yeah, let's keep going. Keep going with the team. Sorry.
I could say this right now. When we get to the start of the college football playoff for both levels, FBS, FCS, you're going to have a massive North Dakota State favorite who might open the playoff at like minus 400, and Ohio State's going to open the playoff at minus 150 to win a national championship.
Okay, they're the favorite. You didn't have to say that.
I know. I'm just saying, for the favorite to be minus money like that is saying a lot about what's going on. That's all. That's the picture I'm trying to paint.
Just feel like you're getting in the way of these other teams.
If we open the playoff, if we open the 12-team playoff minus money against the field, that'd be pretty crazy. But I think it's possible.
All right. Can Texas A&M win the national championship?
Yes.
Sure,
Absolutely.
sure. Actually, you know what? I actually think they have a better chance than Indiana, because I think they have more true blue chip talent, and I think having a pass rush like they do, I think maybe they can do some things. Maybe they can make the big strip sack, makes that big play that changes the game. Because to beat us, you're gonna have to do things like that. You're gonna have to make those big plays, force us into turnovers, get short fields, score points, take advantage of it. Because listen, if someone is able to go out there and just go methodical drive after methodical drive on this defense, even if they're able to hit 2-3 big plays against us, I will tip my cap. But I think when I think about a team that can beat us, it's gonna have to be you're gonna have some blue chip guys that can make massive game changing plays. So I give A&M right now from what I've seen, I actually trust A&M more than Indiana in terms of going the distance.
Can I make a confession?
Mm-hmm.
Every time we do ask a team that isn't Ohio State, I don't say yes. So maybe I'm unfolding my own feelings because I don't think A&M can win the national title, but I do think Alabama or Georgia could. Is that just me with my preconceived biases that is stupid?
That feels like a lot of brand identity doing a lot of heavy lifting there, which I understand. And Kalen DeBoer has proven on this level. He took a Washington team that a lot of people wouldn't have said would have made the Natty. They made the Natty. Georgia, Kirby Smart's done it before. He's the only coach out there besides maybe Ryan Day who feels like they've done it before that is still relevant. The thing about A&M, though, is I go back to what I said Saturday. They have all the hallmarks of a championship team. They have an elite pass rush. They have a dynamic quarterback. They have very good weapons, right? So they can be very explosive with Concepcion and Craver, but they can also run the ball. They play good defense overall. And we've seen them win rock fights. We've seen them win shootouts. We've seen them win on the road. We've seen them win at home. So to me, they're definitely capable because they can adapt to the situation at hand.
All right, I'm just going to go. I'm going to go the back half of the top 10. Ole Miss, Oregon, Texas, Notre Dame, Texas Tech. Any of those 5 teams win the national championship?
I'm so tempted on Texas Tech, but I don't know if I can get there.
I think I would say Notre Dame.
Interesting.
The only one I would say yes to is Notre Dame, and that feels really weird.
They're probably the team I would trust the most. I do like Texas Tech. There's something about them that I do at full strength. Their defense is good enough that I think maybe they could give teams a run. But yeah, Notre Dame, it's hard to deny them. Even though they haven't played anybody like I guess just USC recently, they did beat them up pretty good. You got to give them credit for that. And they just play smart. Like they don't turn the ball over. They can run the football. Their defense has definitely gotten better. I still don't think it's as good as it was last year, but it's still good. So yeah, like if there was a team that's going to end up in the bottoms of in that 7 to 12 that I think could make the title game, I think Notre Dame would be the team I'd probably pick of that group.
Well, that was actually my next question. Is there anybody past number 10 in the country right now you can see making a magical run to the title game like Notre Dame last year and TCU a few years ago? Is there anybody that is past 5 maybe, but I would say past 10? Is there anybody back there like your Oklahomas of the world?
I mean, Trinidad Chambliss is a winner. I guess that's not technically – they feel like they're past 10. I know they're not, but, it's crazy to think about Ole Miss making a run all the way to the Natty when they've never even been to Atlanta. But Chambliss is a gamer. I think he thrives in big moments. Yeah.
See, it's all about the draw.
Yeah.
The draw is such a big part of it. The matchups are such a big part of it.
All right, let me tell you a little bit more about somebody else. T-Bob, do you have anything in your
hand? You want to talk about Boll and Branch?
Please do.
All right, guys, the holidays are coming up. If you're looking for the perfect gift, Boll and Branch sheets are a great option, okay? And right now, Boll and Branch's best sale of the year is going on with 25% off site-wide. Their sheets feel made for you with the perfect balance of softness and breathability for your best sleep. They get softer with every wash, and they're made with the highest quality 100% organic cotton. All Boll and Branch bedding, from bed blankets to throws to pillows to duvets, are made with the same exceptional quality, durability, and they're all on sale right now, 25% off site-wide. And guess what? It comes with a 30-night guarantee, so you can shop worry-free. You don't like them? Send them back. So give yourself and your loved ones the most extraordinary feeling with 25% off site-wide plus free shipping and extended returns. Are you kidding me? Shop now at bollandbranch.com/rough. That's bollandbranch.com/rough. BOLLAND branch.com/rough to take 25% off. You got to use the promo code rough. Let them know you came from the show. Support the boys, the girls. Exclusions apply. Shout out Boll and Branch, proud sponsor of the show. The sheets are great. I've been using them since they came in, since they joined this show. They're absolutely fantastic, and it's a really good gift idea, and they got a lot of great products on the site. And like I said, everything on the site when you use promo code ROUGH is 25% off.
Well, I'm trying to put in Mincy's Monday Night Football parlay right now, boys. Hold on. Just give me a second.
Oh, Mincy putting you on game?
I mean, listen, much as I like – Mincy knows ball. He's a ball knower, and he has a way with these bomb parlays that he's pretty good at them. So
that's what people don't realize is Ben was a true professional gambler for years. Now, with all the ups and downs that come with that, but he played poker for his living, to put a roof over his head and stuff. The man knows how to gamble.
Yeah, agreed. That's why I always put him in if he says them. So I'm putting it in right now, and it is plus 2,300. So let's go with that.
And where are you betting that, Brando?
I'm betting that at the DraftKings Sportsbook, Liam Blutman. That's where I'm betting it right now.
Do you want to do that whole thing again? You want me to do DraftKings?
Yeah, T-Bob, you got that again?
DraftKings Sportsbook, man. It's we love the DraftKings Sportsbook. We use them every single day. One play could change a season. One upset can silence a stadium. With every snap, the stakes get higher, and no one brings you closer to the action than does the DraftKings Sportsbook, the number one sportsbook for live betting. And we're talking from live in-game betting to rivalry week, odds boosts, and so much more. DraftKings Sportsbook keeps you in the game from kickoff to the final whistle. So whether you're riding with your favorite team, maybe you're making moves as the momentum shifts with the live betting, the game is always in your hands with the DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers, listen up closely because this one's for you. You bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you get paid out $300 in bonus bets instantly. Okay. And then check out the Barstool Game of the Week. Every single Sunday, we announce it. You go do a same game parlay, build it however you want. You tweet out your ticket with hashtag Barstool GOTW. 5 of those tweets will get chosen for a $1,000 bonus bet. That's win or lose. So you have a chance to win, even if you lose. Okay. So own every Saturday at DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code ROUGH. That's ROUGH. It's code ROUGH to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Bloodman, I'm going to ask you a question. Is there a legitimate possibility if 8-4 Duke wins the ACC that we have a playoff without the Atlantic Coast Conference?
The percentage is greater than 0, so yes. Yeah, it's kind of wild. It's time to see where JMU and USF get ranked on Tuesday night. If they do, if one of them does, if both of them do, it's time to get serious about this potentially becoming a reality.
Good.
I like the idea of it, but like I feel like the committee, if Duke closes strong down the stretch and then wins the ACC title game, the committee is just not going to allow that to happen.
Well, they hang their hat at the door, though.
And you set your precedent Tuesday night. You're not ranking Duke, who has lost to UConn, and so now in this scenario, we're using the D word as the team that would be left out from the ACC. So let's think about it. If JMU or USF is ranked on Tuesday night, and one of those schools does win out, does Duke, who just lost to UConn, how much ground are they able to make up?
So I think, the only thing I'll say is Duke has Virginia this weekend. Is that correct?
And they're touchdown favorites.
Virginia's still ranked, I believe, although I don't know if they should be. But if they beat Virginia, a ranked team, and then they say they beat Georgia Tech in the ACC title game, Georgia Tech will still be what, 12th, 13th, 14th? I don't know what they'll be. Maybe the committee says, due to their ranked wins, we pop Duke back up there above JMU, above USF, above whatever. It just in this day and age, with the money these conferences are wielding, I can't make it make sense, even though it makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
It makes plenty of sense, and I am very curious to see if this scenario plays out, what would happen. Is it because you gotta remember, USF's got like good stuff under their belt. Their resume is not bad at all. Obviously, they're a Group 5 team. Their resume is nice. Whatever. Throw the Miami game away. Look what else they've been able to accomplish. JMU, their resume is just beating up on inferior teams, which they have done. They have done well. Their defense is very, very good. They had a second half lead over Louisville. They choked it. They should have been better in that game. They couldn't throw the ball at all. Their passing game has improved significantly since that game. They run the 2 quarterback stuff with Sluka and Barnett. It was terrible. It was a mess. Barnett wasn't fully healthy and recovered from his ACL injury. If one of them is at, let's say, 19 and Duke is still unranked before the ACC championship, do you think they would move Duke from unranked to 18 and platform them? But that's
hold on.
a big question.
We're also why are we talking about Tulane? They beat Duke. They beat Northwestern. Northwestern's ended up being pretty good. They lost to Ole Miss. It's one of their 2 losses. They have Florida Atlantic at home, at Temple, Charlotte at home. If Tulane runs the season and wins the American championship, they would have to be ahead of a Duke ACC champion. They beat him.
You didn't call it semantics of the team. I think American champ could just be here, right?
Yeah.
Well, I just mean that Tulane has 2 Power 4
wins,
wins, like South Florida. Better Power 4 wins, maybe even. Right?
Liam?
Yeah, they beat Northwestern and they beat Duke. I'm pretty much just speaking in South Florida as the American, as a whole, whichever team it be.
Okay,
I just think Duke, I think if they were able to make it to the title game, which obviously mean they beat Virginia, they won at least their games until then, I think they would prop them up at that point. I think they would prop them up to where they just slap them 25th. And then before the title game, and then if they beat Georgia Tech or whoever it is, then they kind of just throw them in at number 12.
Georgia Tech could save everybody a lot of trouble just by beating Georgia, winning the ACC, and then looking like the ACC is giving us a very strong team. And at that point, they would be giving us a strong team. So Georgia Tech, ball's in your court, man.
Yeah.
Ball's in your court. Just finish it.
Let's go, Brent.
What, Liam? Why?
I wouldn't.
You're doing a shitty job hiding your faces tonight.
I would not hate seeing this play out. That's all. I think it'd be really entertaining, man.
Also, they might be the most talented team. Dude, crazy enough. Like when they put it all together, Miami's the best team, but they just can't put it all together. None of these teams can put it all together.
I can't quit them, man. They lost to UConn, and I'm still entranced by them. What do you want me to do?
Talented.
All right, Chat, give me about 5 more minutes worth of questions that I can throw.
Well, hold on, Brandon. We got two ads left.
No, we got one ad left.
No, we got 2 left.
So
why don't I go ahead and talk about guys entering the room dick first?
Hold on. 1, 2.
We doubled up on DraftKings, remember. We have Blue Chew and Experian.
Nope, just
okay.
one.
So you don't think the Experian one that I read was good enough?
Oh, I fucked up. My bad. That's on me. My fault.
Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. You better be walking in this room dick first.
Yeah, my bad. Okay. Never mind. We keep going. I was trying to. Okay, Blue Chew. Guys, enter room dick first. Blue Chew isn't just a tablet. It's a cheat code for your crotch. Stronger, harder, longer lasting, like someone gave your downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership. Blue Chew's the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. This ain't just a supplement. It's an erection resurrection. Guys, this isn't just about performance. It's about legacy or third legacy. So why don't you give our group chat something to talk about? You know, when you lay it down, they're talking about how it gets up. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little Blue Chew. Discover your options at bluechew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. As always, you get your first month of Blue Chew free. Just use promo code Roughness at checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's it. That's promo code Roughness at checkout, $5 shipping. Remember, no doctor's visit, nothing awkward like that. It's private. It's nobody's going to know. Don't be embarrassed and let it get worse. Take care of it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to bluechew.com for details and safety info. And big thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
There's somebody being very stupid in the chat. I just wanted to point him out. I didn't see his name, but he keeps spamming the question: is Mississippi State Texas A&M's best win? Like, there's a lot of things you can say about Texas A&M. The motherfuckers went on the road and won at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So that's Creighton Bowie. If you're gonna troll, at least be believable, and also don't be named Creighton. What did your parents fucking give up? Were they on drugs? They think they were gonna have a girl? Well, they were right. All right. So what do you guys? Where? Let me see if we got a question.
We have some super chats.
Yeah, we got some super chats. Yeah.
Any talk of Indiana being better than Ohio State doesn't know ball. Indiana is a very well-coached team with mediocre talent. Ohio State is a very well-coached team with elite talent. That's why they will get destroyed. I certainly don't believe Indiana has mediocre talent, but the point of them not having as much talent as Ohio State is warranted. But then again, they probably don't have as much talent per se as Oregon, and they whipped them on the road. Thoughts, boys?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. You know how I feel about Indiana.
They don't play better than mediocre talent for sure. But I mean, I guess I've been beating the drum of the premise that I think we're just more talented and I think we're better coached.
Also,
if they're talented,
if you believe that Indiana's at that much of a talent disadvantage, then they're even better coached than Ohio State is.
No,
because
they're
they
coached.
Oh yeah, sorry, better coached than Ohio State is. Because I think this is still kind of hearkening back to last year and the JMU players coming over. Because when I watch Indiana, I feel like I see NFL players all over the field. I mean, Mendoza may be 1-1 in the draft. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
they have a lot of talent. They definitely have talent. They definitely have NFL talent on both sides of the ball, no doubt.
What are you doing?
Liam's taking a call.
What? Who said you could take a call?
Big Ed Truckstick also gave $5 and said Bullwinkles has closed on campus. Rip.
Lukey, get some if we got super chats left, put them on the screen.
Grinded on some co-eds in my day at Bullwinkles.
Yeah, I love grinding.
Joel Shee says GT is 10-2 with a loss to Georgia, but a win over Pitt and loses the ACC-CCCG. In or out?
Out.
Out.
10-3, probably out. Yeah, probably.
No, that would be 10-3. They're out.
Yeah.
That's not even a
Yeah.
question.
Well, it's like I understand the 3 is like the 3 had kind of as an asterisk because they'd be playing an extra game than everyone else. I always think getting knocked for the title game loss can be like a little of a gray area.
But I think the other 10-2 teams would probably be ahead of them going into it.
No,
so maybe that would be the excuse.
I agree with that because I don't think their wins would be good enough to get them there.
Yeah.
They would have no good wins really.
Last year, Indiana and SMU were extremely fortunate that the SEC teams that were arguing that they were deserving, Alabama, South Carolina, and Ole Miss, were all 9-3.
Yeah.
This year, there's not a jump from the top of the SEC to 9-3 teams. There's going to be 4, maybe 5, 10-2 or better SEC teams. There's going to be at least 3 10-2 or better Big Ten teams, and possibly 4. I don't know if that's possible. But anyway, there's going to be a lot more teams in the mix than there were last year. There was a dearth of teams in the mix, and that's what got SMU to lose the title game and get in. If they were to lose the title game in the ACC this year, the loser of the ACC title game is not getting in, period.
Correct.
All right, what else you got? Luke, you got another one? Blutman, how big is Tulane's gripe if they lose a tiebreaker to North Texas and USF for the AAC championship game?
Oh, I didn't realize that was in play.
I don't know. Like, it's
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to say, like, it's a tiebreaker. How do you have a gripe? You shouldn't have been the tiebreaker in the first place and should have won the games on your schedule. I don't know. Like, tiebreakers stink, but
would they have played either team head to head though?
What?
Yeah, that's fair. No, I know it would be frustrating though because they would have not played either team head to head.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Liam, did you wear a Vegas Golden Knights jersey all day and switch to a different hockey sweater?
Well, I went home, I slept, and then I put my Sudbury Wolves jersey on.
All right. Well, boys, I think we have reached the end of our journey. Big Av, Indiana, OSU, A&M set the lines on neutral field. Well, 3 teams can't play each other, but I guess he's asking Indiana against Ohio State against A&M, Indiana against A&M.
I think probably just the first 2.
I think Ohio
State against an All-Star team.
Yeah, the Ohio State, Indiana on neutral, I'd guess right now would be around like, I don't know. I mean, I guess from other things, maybe like 6 to 7. And I think A&M probably about the same, like 6.5. I think they both would be like 6.5-ish.
I might suck at this. I'm usually pretty decent at setting lines. I would have thought Ohio State sounds like 12.5 against Indiana to me.
Oof.
Is that crazy?
I saw like a whatever, like hypothetical one that was lower than that, but I don't know.
What, Leo?
There were rumors of a hypothetical. There were rumors of a hypothetical and a hypothetical.
Oh yeah, no hypotheticals.
Yeah, I think it's between a touchdown and bastard.
Yeah, Gus is right. It's probably like 6 to 7
again.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. We've reached the end of our journey. We will be back on Thursday morning, I think. We'll get together Wednesday night and record. We'll be in Wrigleyville this weekend for Northwestern and Michigan. So if you're in the Chicago area and want to come see the Barstool College Football Show, do that. Otherwise, that's it. Thank you to T-Bob, Big Av, and Liam Blutman, who has gone into the shadow realm for some reason. That's it. See you, boys.
Later, guys.